everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 9 of our Zombicide playthrough using the Angry Neighbors expansion. And first thing we do is backtrack one thing that came out of the last. We've had a bit of discussion of it online, and it has to do with zombies, the Seeker zombies in particular. And as it turns out, even though it looks like on the card that those Seeker zombies might be runners, there are no runner Seeker zombies. So, we got a scenario here where in last turn I explained how if they got the second activation it would have knocked down this barricade. Which is true, because they were here, so I'm going to backtrack and just show you a little bit about what the state of the game would look like. They were here on their normal movement, they moved here, but during the spawning phase I spawned 2 more. During that phase they would have taken down the barricade. So the barricade is down, but it's given me a little reprieve because they're not in the room yet, neither are the other walkers. So we still might have a little bit of good fortune in our favor to try and get to the win here. And with that said, we're going to start right away. And with that, Adam is going to be our first player, so we're going to start with him. So what do we have? We got these murder crows out there on the street, and Adam has a chainsaw. And he did pick up a frying pan, which is virtually useless. He's got 4 actions, so I think with his first action, he's going to do a quick search in that room, see if he can replace the frying pan with something a little bit better. So, let's get out the massive deck of stuff and see what we can pull. So you got some gasoline. Hey, that's better than a pan, because if you can match that up with a bottle, we have a Molotov cocktail. So here's the pan. We're just going to drop that. It's not useless. It's going to go away. We're going to discard it. And that will leave him with his chainsaw, his magnum, a can of gas, and plenty of ammo cards, which I don't think is useful to him either. But that's going to end that action, so let's take the items off the board. And then for his second action, he is going to move out here. For his third action, he's going to chainsaw at the murder of crows, see if he can get him. Now, normally a chainsaw does 5 dice, which I have here, but again, Adam's base ability is +1 die for melee, so he's going to be rolling 6 dice in his chainsaw attempt. As you can see, he's going to need a 5 or better, and it does 2 damage. So I'm hoping he can take care of these nasty birds. Let's see. Well, he got 2 hits. He got the 5 and the 6 there, so that's enough to do in the birds, and they're gone. So that's going to put down a noise marker, which I need to pick up the other ones on the board too before I continue on. These are not there. That's going to put a noise marker right there. And then lastly, we're going to give Adam a point of experience, putting him up to 10. So that was only 3 of his 4 actions, so he still has an action to go, and I'm debating on whether or not I back him up the street here a little bit, put him in this street zone right here so he can help defend from both directions. He does have the magnum in his hand as well as the chainsaw, so I think we're going to do that. So he started here, he searched, so that was 1 action, he moved for a 2nd action, killed the birds for a 3rd action, moved here for his 4th action. And that will end his turn. And then from there we go on to Cat, who's got quite a bit more to do. Now, Cat, it's kind of interesting. She can't use her main weapon, which is her big shotgun, but she could activate her sniper. Then they have the ability to shoot that without shooting the people in the room. But I think because the crowbar just doesn't do that much. So what she's going to do is she's going to take her free move action to move into there. That still leaves her with 4 actions. Being that there's a zombie here, it takes 2, so that would leave her with 2 actions by the time she gets there, and then she's going to blast into the pit with her last 2 actions and try to see if she can kill most of the zombies in the pit, which will put her up to the orange zone, but we'll give her another skill. So, not a great skill, it's a 2nd melee action, but still it's better than nothing. So we're going to do that and go to the dice bowl. You know, I'm so used to using my dice bowl, I call it the dice bowl, but it's actually Dice Tower. Cool meter, not foldable dice tower that came with the game. Pretty cool. Okay, and so she's going to use her Spaz 12 shotgun, which is going to roll 3 dice. It needs a 4 or better and does 2 points of damage. Now, with the sniper, that's just +1 max range, so it's not going to help her. She's just going to blast into there. And wow, 5, 5, 5. So she got 3 hits on that one. That will go 1, 2, and 3, clear out 3 of these walkers. Now, and it's also going to put a noise marker in here. Now, one thing I've been talking about this, and interestingly enough, even though it seems like the rules are really clear on the pits, to me they weren't that clear. And I'll tell you why. It says that you can move diagonally, and it's just one move to go from here to here, but it doesn't say that you don't have to contend with the amount of zombies that are in that pit. So, for example, if you were to try and move through a room with all these zombies in it, it would take more actions than you could possibly have. So, I'm assuming that even though you're going across here, these zombies are still trying to grab at you and etc. It doesn't say in the book whether or not this is the case. So if she moves there, does she still have to move an action plus each zombie in the room? That's what I don't know. So I figured I need to kill the zombies. That's what I'm basing my rationalization on. So we're going to go back and we're going to take her last action and do that again. Well, since these dice did good for last time, I'll roll them again. Here we go, her 3 dice. And she got 2 out of 3, and both of them were 6s, so that's pretty good. So we'll take 2 more of those guys out, which is going to go boom, and put another noise marker down in there. And that's actually going to give Kat 5 experience points, putting her up to 23. She is now in the orange zone. That is when we draw spawn cards. We're going to be looking at the orange zone on the spawn card. But she does get a new skill, and I think what we're going to do with her, since I didn't actually hand out dogs in the beginning, I figured I'd just put them in the draw deck. If they got lucky, they got lucky. I think she's going to take this extra melee action. So if she does move up to that group up there, she'll be able to do something with that crowbar, at least take 2 hits, an extra hit with it. So that is going to end Kat's turn. Pretty productive turn for her. Now we're going to move on to Thaisa. So the good news with her, she's in here with this lost Zombivore. I don't know if that's the good news, but the good news is to her, if she hits with a crossbow, it does 2 points of damage. And since she can pick her targets, she doesn't have to target another survivor. The companions do count as survivors. So she is going to take one of her first of her 4 actions, see if she can plug that Zombivore with a couple of crossbow bolts and put him down. She only needs 2 hits over the course of her actions to get that. Maybe we'll get lucky. Okay, so we'll take these dice out. We're going to roll just 1 die, but remember, she only needs a 3+. And she got a 3, so that's 2 points. So her first of 4 actions puts the lost Zombivore down to a 2. So, you know, at first I thought the lost Zombivores were going to be pretty nasty, but in reality they're just a time sink. They delay you because you have to do more damage to them. But they don't hurt you anymore. And if you can keep backing off from them, they're not really going to be that bad. I think the Seeker zombies are actually worse because of that unknown activation element. But let's roll for her second attack. It was a 4, so she succeeded. That will take out the lost Zombivore. It has lost its last 2 points, and that's her second action, which then also puts her up to 9 experience points. Wait, is that right? She killed 2 birds, right? I think it's 10. I think she's supposed to be up to 10. I'll go back and look, but I think she's at 10. Okay, so then for her third action, she will move into here, and she got a 0 to 1 range. This does not count. I'm wondering if she has line of sight on there. I'm going to have to look in the book just a moment. She has line of sight into here, but I don't see anything that shows that she would have line of sight continuing on. So we're going to assume she doesn't. She could take her last action just to plug one of these guys, I guess. Okay, so let's roll her dice. A 1. So she shot into the hole. It's a little dark, and she missed. That is actually going to end Tessa's turn. Now we're at Julian. He's got something important to do. So finally, Julian gets to do something with a better weapon. So he's going to take his first action and move to there. I'm surprised he's not even in the yellow zone yet. Isn't that funny? He's still got 3 actions. His second action, he's going to move into there. And for his third action, he's going to pick up the evil twins. Now he's got a decent weapon. This is considered a single weapon, so he could actually have his crowbar in hand as well. And he's got plenty of ammo, so he's going to roll 2 dice. It's not the best of the pimp weapons, but they're still better than nothing. So he's got that. Unfortunately, he's back in this room, so they're going to have to... Wanda is going to have to make sure he stays safe until he gets out of there. Okay, that's really his turn. That was pretty quick, so now we are going to go to Wanda. Let's see what she's going to do. Well, Wanda is going to take her first action to move to there. She's going to shoot into that crowd and start to thin it out. Now, here's the thing. Ma's shotgun does 2 dice, but it has a way better chance to hit than the 3 dice for the submachine gun. So she's going to shoot Ma's shotgun into there twice, and then she's going to pull back. So for her first shot, she is going to roll 2 dice and see what she gets. Okay, she got a 3 and a 6. So she hit. We will remove 2 of these walkers. We will also put a noise token right here in this zone with her. And then she's going to get 2 more experience points. That will put her up to 11. That's not all she's going to do. She's going to take another shot because this is her second of 4 actions. Okay, let's roll again, see what she gets. Well, she only got 1 hit that time, so she still got 1 of them. Okay, so we're going to take another walker out, put another noise token there, and that's going to give her another experience point, putting her up to 12. And then she's going to take her last action to mosey on back to right here and be safe. That was Wanda. Now we're going to go to Fred, and then after Fred, that's it for the round. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens this round. Now, Fred's right here, and he's a little worried about Adam, but Adam's got a chainsaw, so if these 2 runners go at him, it's not the end of the world. Good thing about Fred going in is he does have another big weapon to use in the hand cannon. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, unfortunately. In his 4th shot, he's going to fire the hand cannon in there, which does 3 dice, and we'll take out 1 for every 3 we roll. Okay, so let's get our dice ready to go. As you can see, he's going to need a 3 or better, and let's roll what he gets. He got 2 hits. That's not bad. That will take 2 more of the walkers down from here, giving him another 2 experience points. That puts him up to 19, by the way. He was at 17. So that gives him another action. He's going to get a free combat action out of this, I believe. Or he can get collector walkers. I think he's going to do the free combat action. We're close to the end of the game. That free combat action will allow him to shoot into there again. So yeah, he's going to take that free combat action and he's going to roll in, shoot into the pit again, see if we can clear it out this round. He got 2 3s. That'll clear all but 1 out. So we're going to put a noise token there. We're going to clear 2 of these guys out. Noise tokens in the room here, actually. Clear 2 more out, and that's going to put him up to 21 experience points. Booyah. He is rocking and rolling, but we are clearly in the orange zone now. That's not great. And that is basically going to end all of our player movement. Now we're going to go to the zombie action here. Now, there are no zombies in a zone with a player, so there won't be any zombie attacks. We're going to get right to zombie moves. We'll start right here. These 2 runners are going to go 1, 2. They're not going to get to do anything but get there. So Adam's going to have to take them down with his chainsaw. Let's hope he can. Then we're going to go up to the trouble spot, which is right here because all these guys are piling into here. The only way we lose this game next turn is if we get another seeker activation, which would be bad for us. But they all move in there with the survivors. We can hear them screaming, but we're so close we can almost get to them. Now we got this mess, so we'll start with these guys. They're all moving up. Boom, boom, boom. These guys are all moving up to here. And then here we have him moving up 1 to here. So they're starting to come up the street. Now we got to do our spawns, and as luck would have it, the deck is sitting right here waiting for us. So let's start spawning our zombies. So in this first zone here, what are we going to get? Hopefully it's not seekers, no, but it's just 2 regular walkers. Wow, not bad. And up in the area where the horde has been coming from, we get all fatties get an extra turn. That is awesome. I'm glad that came up. That is not bad. And then, oh no, no, it's good. These are very infected people, not the seekers. So we got 6 very infected people there. I do have enough miniatures for those. That's going to be quite a horde. And then for our last spawn point, we're going to have 5 walkers. Man, breathe a sigh of relief. We did not get an extra seeker activation that turn, but that means 1's coming soon. So hopefully we can get in there and do this damage beforehand. So basically, let me get the zombies out and we'll get going. So I'm going to assume that somewhere nearby, when the zombie apocalypse broke out, they were opening up their Wiener Schnitzel zone super mega hot dog complex, because there's all these guys that were running around in these hot dog suits trying to get people to come to the hot dog place. And there was some celebrity visitors, a couple of named chefs maybe perhaps, and then some wealthy customers who are invited by the owner of the Mega Wiener Schnitzel Complex or whatever. Anyway, adding a little backstory, that's the role-playing in me. Okay, guys, that's going to end our turn. So that's where it looks like right now. Not horribly bad. We do have a large group of zombies, but they're just walkers coming up the street here, and we are putting our guys out in the street in a tough spot. They got to do some serious killing to make it through here. Okay, that they do. So yeah, let's continue on, and I will talk to you next time.